and I vomited, and I couldn't go to dinner.
Being with Dad and being like, we got to go back to the room. There's an emergency. Will I eat a whole bag of candy? She threw up.
Yes, no, maybe. I don't know. Can you repeat? Yes, no. 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 Maybe.
Welcome to Yes, No, Maybe, a Malcolm in the Middle podcast. My name is Ryan.
My name's Willa.
We're brother and sister. We have a podcast about Malcolm in the Middle, and that's what you're listening to right now.
That's what this is.
That's what this whole thing is. You knew
and
that.
guess what, buddy? It's season 2.
Yeah, it's season 2, folks. We're coming hot off an episode with Catherine Lloyd Burns.
Can we just get a little
Clap along at home.
clap along at home? If you ain't clapping, you're in the car listening with kids. Pull over, buddy.
If you're still in line, stay in line.
Stay in line.
Folks, people went fucking bananas for that episode.
Holy shit.
Millions of
One
views.
comment,
Yeah,
2 comment.
2.
Loving it.
Capped out there, but that's okay. People seem to enjoy it.
They loved it.
Our mom
and
liked
she
it.
loved it.
Yeah, she loved
Kathy
it.
was, I can call her a close friend now.
Sure, yeah.
Which is great. I mean, she's not here to defend herself. I can call her a really close friend.
Why don't you get her on the phone?
I start calling her so
Can you imagine
much.
we call her every episode?
Yeah.
Kathy's Corner.
Hey, Kathy,
Hey,
this morning.
Kathy, we're
Got a
live.
question for you, Kathy.
It's like 2 in the morning.
She's got a play coming up. And
She got a play coming up. The Things We Leave Behind. Is that it, Kayla?
Willa will,
No. that's
Willa will
not
put
it.
in a little voice memo
It's
thing.
called You Can't Take It With You.
You can't take it with you. Kind of thematically
It's
similar to what I
extremely
said.
famous.
Yeah, it's at the end of May coming up. We're going to go see it. So if you want to see us in person,
We're going to be like,
we're going to disrupt the show for a climate protest.
yeah.
Have you seen that clip of Jeremy Strong in the play when
Yeah.
somebody interrupts and he goes, like, he stays in character. She's like, this is wrong. He goes, she's right, you know?
Well, I saw the play. It actually
Did
makes
you?
a lot of sense for his character.
Well, my boyfriend knows the girl who did that.
Really?
Yeah.
Whoa.
Crazy.
So this episode's called Traffic Jam. I almost said water park because that's what I wrote down.
Well, also, because it comes right off the lickety-split heels.
Crazy thing that happens right in the beginning of this episode is that the cold open is a continuation of the last episode, which has never happened.
It's
and
bold.
I don't
It's
think it
bold.
ever will happen again.
I think it's a pretty big swing from Linwood Boomer, and thankfully he lands this plane in the Hudson like Sully.
Like Sully.
But he could have lost everything there.
Yeah, that was a risky move, but
But
he
you know
nailed
what's
it.
great is that it means that Lois is in her little pigtails
Yeah,
the whole
she is.
episode.
She is. I wonder if they shot that back when they shot that episode, or if they shot.
I wonder if they put her pigtails in before the episode, or if they
or if they just
in
did that on
post.
their own.
Yeah.
So yeah, crazy that it opens with a continuation of the first season. They're coming back from the water park, which they get banned from, and Dewey is in a farm. That's right, folks. If you were guessing where he went to because of that, you know,
The sweepstakes.
challenge- the sweepstakes.
Stay in line
Would the,
for the
would, the,
sweepstakes.
would the answer be farm? Because he goes to a bunch of places.
Yeah, he goes to a bunch, but I don't.
Probably somebody did guess farm.
On the season finale of Malcolm in the Middle, he suddenly wandered off. Now everyone's asking, where's Dewey?
We should look up what happened with that sweepstakes.
So we didn't talk about it last episode, but actually what was supposed to happen with that storyline in the last episode, the season finale of season 1, where Dewey has this new babysitter, what was supposed to happen and what was written was that she kidnaps Dewey and takes him in because they get along so well, I guess.
Sort of sexual subserviency storyline.
There's not a lot of other ways to look at it, but they probably would have found an angle, you'd hope. Anyway, or maybe not, because Fox was like, you can't do that.
Yeah.
That's really not okay.
Yeah.
Fucking
So they
cowards.
just decided,
They
okay, he's a
killed her.
lost child, which
yeah.
is like not better, I don't think.
Well, it's a little bit better, I think, because it's like he follows a balloon. It's like, where does he go? It turns out he goes to a farm and then is passed around through civilians in town.
I think it's like kind of like nomad land. It's a bit like, you know, you get a look at America through the eyes of a boy. You see crime, you see heartbreak, you see journeys.
He's lucky it didn't take a really dark turn.
Well, that's
for him,
what I was
'cause
thinking,
He's an impressionable little boy.
It's a good thing
I'll leave it
Masterson was.
there. Yeah, right.
Francis was far away.
Yeah,
no, oh my God,
seriously.
it wasn't him. It's his
No,
brother.
it's his
It's
brother.
his brother. It's his brother.
We love you, Francis. Come
Love
on the
you,
pod.
Francis.
Trivia moment. I did a lot of trivia, which I'm gonna start doing with these episodes.
Yeah, we
Looked into
decided
it.
to put some actual work into these episodes.
we just after the Kathy bump, we realized.
Yeah, we realized what was cool about having Kathy on is she really was like, oh, you guys are making me realize how great this show is. And
Yeah.
like, you know, she was on it for a season and she was obviously like a featured player. Like her name is in the credits, which is awesome.
Like the opening
The
theme.
opening credits.
Yeah.
And obviously it's in the credits, the opening theme. But I think she'd been away from it for so long, and she had a little bit of like they kind of, you know, recast a new teacher kind of feeling that she says in the episode. But she kind of was saying how proud of the project she was after Ryan and I beat it like a dead horse and talk about it so much that there's almost nothing left to talk about.
Well, here's one more thing to talk about. The family has been banned from 5 locations throughout the course of the show. Wavetown is the first one. Wavetown, USA, they get banned and they can't return. In Busey's Runaway.
Wait, are we gonna go to the future? You're gonna tell future ones?
Well, I'm just, yeah. I mean, I'm not going to remember this, and I won't care at all when we get to Busey's Runaway.
I don't know. It's kind of a spoiler.
They're banned from Jimboree in Lois Battles Jamie. Willa's covering her ears. They're banned from a public place in Busey's Runaway. Casino. Hal's banned from the casino. Francis never banned from a location. Dewey banned from 2 locations. In one in Dinner Out, and the other in Evacuation.
Okay.
So these are the kind of insights that you're going to get from on this fucking podcast. You won't believe how boring the trivia was. Like for this episode, like when he passes the note to the girl at the end, she lives in Canada. It's like the trivia is like Malcolm in season 5 actually does visit Canada, but he doesn't visit the girl, probably because she was too far away geographically, or because he lost her phone number. It's like, that's not trivia. So let's get into the episode. There's a traffic jam on their way home from the water park.
Right.
I guess they had to drive through a fucking desert to get to that water park because they're in a desert. In fact, they're in Soledad Canyon Road between Acton.
Ryan actually gonna go do a trip out there to go see the location of where the traffic jam was.
I'm sure we'll be greeted by many fans doing the same.
This episode is very much an ensemble episode, like Picnic, Krellboyne Picnic. You know, it's very like each of them have their own storyline, so we can lay those all out. We've got Malcolm and the girl.
Sort of a sardonic girl that's like sarcastic and just as kind of smart as him.
And very straight up, She's like calls him out on his bullshit.
I'm Jessica, gray Volvo.
Malcolm, crappy minivan.
But she's kind of the quintessential, you meet somebody on a vacation and like I feel like people talk about that online, and I've experienced this of being at like the pool at a hotel and then you start kind of like flirting with like a boy that's like the same age as you, and then you're like, oh, what could have been, you know?
Yeah, it's a misconnection, which this episode is kind of all about misconnections. Like Hal, for example, is having an existential crisis because the car in front of him was in a terrible accident, and he's like, it could have been me, and so he's kind of thinking of the butterfly effect, like, oh, if I hadn't tied my shoes and I would have been 20 seconds ahead, I would have died. So he's having a crisis.
Culminating with him freeing a bird and then it getting immediately eaten,
killed,
and it's like, he kind of caused that.
It's true. Reese is leading a charge to get into the ice cream truck because there's an ice cream truck that's stuck in the traffic jam, and the guy doesn't want to open it up. Very funny.
Great storyline. Great characters. That actor who plays the ice cream man.
Yeah, he's great.
Made me chuckle a couple times.
It's so funny how mad Reese gets when he walks up there and he realizes that they're closed.
This is just wrong! You can make money and please children. This is a senseless act. You are evil. Pure evil.
What Catherine Lloyd Burns was saying, Kathy was saying about Reese just being like such a good like Justin Bertzold. I keep forgetting how to pronounce the last name, but Justin being like such a good actor is so true. Like he just milks that role.
Yeah,
it's awesome.
Great. His hair is also it's changes color. It used to be blonde in the first season. Now it's like darker. So that's something.
Was that in the fun facts, or that's just from you?
No, that was in the fun.
That was.
It was.
Don't sell these as if they're your own insights.
I didn't. Meanwhile, and also in the traffic jam, Lois is trying to talk to the bureaucracy and get the car moved so they can all go home.
Yep.
And she's kind of confronted with being powerless because they're like, you can't make us do that. We're
it's just a traffic jam. There's nothing you can do.
Yeah. She gets in the crane and she can't use it, and they're laughing at her.
And I love the sheriff kind of being like, you can't control this. Like, I don't know, it's great. And then she realizes it and she walks and then turns her sights to something else she can control, which is freeing this dog.
It's kind of interesting, dovetailing, like, it's an interesting kind of dichotomy with Hal's storyline of control and sort of this path being laid out for you, like he had no control over, it's this, it's the sum of your experiences, whatever.
Right.
Anyway, that's kind of a stretch. But,
I mean, no, they're thematically, the two parents are going through, like, internal crises, while the kids kind of have journey. I mean, I feel like Reese and Malcolm both have a great time. Like, Reese kind of finds himself in this mob boss way. I mean, I think he really would have done well in the 20s, Prohibition era.
Interesting take.
Yeah, I mean, born in the wrong generation. So.
Interesting. You're going to love this storyline, I'm sure. Francis is eating a whole bunch of peeps. They're
actually called Quackies.
They're called quacks. They're called quacks. He bets his buddies that he can eat 100 of them, and they're like, bullshit. And so,
Well, this is also great how mad Eric gets. He's like,
Eric's big debut.
Yeah.
Eric is honestly so great.
He's
so
funny.
sensitive, and he's so pissed off about
Yeah.
it, and he's smart as hell. Like he's talking about the anatomy, and like you couldn't
knows
eat that.
quacks.
He knows. Not only does he know quacks, he knows the human body, and he says why you couldn't be able to digest 100 of them.
Yeah.
He just comes out swinging this episode.
See, the marshmallow wouldn't expand. It would dissolve. I'd never get full. In fact, I don't think...
Will you just shut up?
Meanwhile, Stanley is gone, obviously, but there's this new guy that holds the pool cue in a similar way. Have you noticed that? Like, there's a guy that's like
Holds the pool
he's
cue?
holding the pool cue.
Tell me this was in here.
It's not. It's
Wait, also, I don't think you know what the cue is.
the cue is the stick,
I don't think it is.
isn't
Is
it?
the
Yeah,
stick
it
the-
is.
Isn't it?
Yeah, it is.
Fuck.
Wait, let me check.
I thought the cue was like the little thing that you rub on that stick.
No, that's the dust. No, it's not.
That's
the
dust.
chalk.
That's the chalk.
Yeah, the pool cue is the stick.
All right, we'll cut that in post.
So what's
No,
the
we
little
won't. We'll
dust?
keep it in. We'll keep it in.
So chalk.
It's called pool cue chalk.
God damn it.
Great. So remember I did relate to this Francis storyline because remember the time we went skiing or we were like at that ski lodge with grandma and grandpa and the whole family.
It wasn't a
and,
ski lodge. It was like a family reunion. It was summer.
No, I'm thinking of a different one.
And you ate the sour sketty. You ate a whole bag of it and you threw up.
Okay, so he does know where I'm going with this. Well, a little bit of the punchline release there, but I ate an entire bag of sour sketty, which is just strips of sour, and I vomited, and I couldn't go to dinner.
I remember being with Dad and being like, we got to go back to the room. There's an emergency. Well, I ate a whole bag of candy. She threw up. Idiot.
It's so funny that you can do that to your body,
Yeah.
but then I could never. I would
Eat it
see them
again.
in a grocery store and be like, ugh, it's pretty tough.
It's the best candy.
It
It's
is
so
pretty good.
And this, I mean, God, this is pretty disgusting. I remember this
Yeah.
Peeps storyline and the 61,
Yeah.
62, 61.
It's very clever.
It's very funny.
And oh
But
god,
he
and
ate.
the
So
shot
you
of-
think he ate his vomit?
Yeah, I guess that is the idea.
Yeah.
And
Much
on
like a
that
dog.
kind of note, later on, after he has 4 left and he can't do it, some guy's like, "Well, we never said that he has to get it inside his body through eating it," which is he's suggesting sticking them in his ass.
I wrote dash asshole question mark. I mean, it's,
Yeah, because Francis.
and Francis kind of has this look like, whoa.
Yeah.
And, so I'm like, yeah, they're gonna just
If it
lube
was
him up.
Stanley
And,
suggesting it, Francis
You
would be a
know
little bit more
Stanley-
interested
yeah,
in that
he'd be
proposition.
excited.
But it's some new guy with less
Yeah.
muscle definition. He's like,
Yeah.
I don't want him anywhere near my butt.
oh, I also wrote diabetes. So I'm pretty sure he probably developed diabetes.
Sure, he's a skinny guy.
Yeah.
Anyway,
I don't think that matters though. Isn't it just the amount of sugar? Can you get diabetes with just a bunch of sugar, Kayla?
yeah. I don't know.
Yeah.
Anyway, fun storyline for him. It must have been
Great storyline.
easy to shoot. They shoot it in one room. Must have done it in like maybe 2 days.
Yeah, it's so
Shoot
simple, and it
whole
has the
thing.
very satisfying ending of like they just start fighting about something else, and then it's the endless monotony of competition.
Sure.
The quacks would expand. You're an idiot if you think different.
This is a very cinematic episode because there's a lot of different. They're obviously shooting on location, but they're like using the crane a lot. Well, in the plot, there's the crane, but also the camera is like swooping in. And
Right.
I just
and
noticed
you
how, like,
achieve those shots with a crane.
Yeah, yeah. I just noticed how a lot of shots open with.
I'm
like,
trying to make sure
yeah,
that our unfilm educated audience understands these confusing terms we're using.
Yeah.
Shot, camera.
TV. That's what you watch it
TV.
on.
This is a show. TV episode. This one.
Yeah.
Traffic jam. Go
Traffic
ahead.
Jam.
You were
just
saying,
it was
go ahead.
cinematic. I don't know. Most scenes start by the camera actually physically like whipping like a whip pan. Like,
Yeah.
Which
is annoying to do for each shot, like to make
Yeah.
sure you get the whip at the end.
Yeah, yeah. They do it. I mean, it's just a level of like attention to detail that a lot of other shows haven't. We've talked about it to death.
It's true.
Anyway, the girl humbles Malcolm, calls him a cranky bitch.
Yeah.
And
Yeah,
then he
she
pushes her
says-
off a fucking cliff or something.
No,
she
she
pushes
pushes
him,
him.
and then she pushes him off a damn hill, and he rolls into a bush.
Damn
I
hill.
would have been pissed off. I,
I mean,
wouldn't have found
yeah.
that. I wouldn't have
Yeah,
found
but
that.
he
but
loves
he
to do
comes
that
from
kind
a
of
family
shit.
of
Oh,
pain.
I thought you were saying.
Oh, come on.
But he comes on his way down the hill.
No.
No, I mean, they're roughhousing boys and they like to do that. So I guess he thinks it's hot. It is pretty great. And then
It is pretty hot, I thought you were going
It's
to say.
very sexy. And then the missed connection. That damn dog eats a little bit of a Deus Ex doggy-ma, if you will.
Dog is sex machina.
Dog sex maki-ma.
No, that's so stupid.
That sounded what you said. It sounded like you said dog sex.
Yeah, the dog bites the piece of paper. She's gonna give him his number.
And then the Dewey storyline, he's getting passed around much like children in Hollywood. And so he's psychologically torturing this woman, and then she drives up to this gas station. She goes in, and there's like screaming. I thought like immediately I was like, oh my god, she shot herself.
You know what? I need to buy a pack of cigarettes for the first time in 20 years.
I was like, she went in there and she shot herself
in front of everybody.
Yeah.
Funny. Okay, trivia alert. Meow, meow. That shop is the same that the farmer lady goes to get cigarettes in. Is the same shop that BB steals from in Francis Escapes. I forgot that BB steals anything in Francis Escapes, but she does, and it's that same spot.
I remember.
Yeah. So.
What about when Dewey's going A B C D?
Yeah.
And he keeps saying it over and over again.
And he's like E, and he's like, I know.
Yeah.
There's something off.
There's definitely something off. He's getting a little bit older. Honestly, I think if we're bringing back the cuteness meter, he's honestly dropped maybe 1 or 2
You
points.
think so? I think
not.
he's at a solid no, he's at like a 9 right now.
I don't think so. I think he's at an 8.
You think he's at an 8? All right. Malcolm was pretty cute this ep. He's like an 8.
His voice is dropping.
Kayla does not like that Malcolm's voice is changing.
I don't.
Yeah.
They should have cut off his testicles so that it stayed high like they did with boys back in the day.
Back in the day when boys were men.
When some boys were men and some boys were little girly boys. I mean, that's what it was in the back of the day.
What else do I have here?
Back in the day.
A, B, C, D.
Dewey gets picked up by those workers in the truck. Very
Yeah.
cool. He looks badass in that fucking truck with them.
No, I think it's a pretty tight episode. Great season opener. I like how they lead from the finale of the last season into this one. I think it's really well done. And I don't know, I think the dog thing gets a little just like, and it bites the paper and like, I don't know. I wanted him to make the decision of, I'm just not going to continue with this girl because everything sucks. Instead of there being like some moment of trying to get you know what I mean? Because he made that decision.
I would have liked if she passed him the note and then he unravels it and it's like, haha.
Yeah, that. I mean, and then he has that moment right after where he's like he's talking super fondly about everything that
I know,
happened.
that was a weird moment for me. Like, I didn't seem like, I guess, I don't know.
I think it should, maybe the implication was in front of this girl, he was kind of trying to play like that's his kind of go-to of everything's blank, like that's his not being vulnerable is his pretending like everything sucks. I think
he just connected with this person and he's excited about that.
But why is he reframing the whole traffic jam?
I don't really know.
Well, why don't we speculate? Why don't we speculum?
One thought I had was when that pigeon's wrapped up in plastic. They must have really gone a pigeon and wrapped that sucker up in that.
And then smash it with a baseball bat.
They didn't do that. But you know what I mean? That pigeon's wrapped in the soda thing.
Yeah.
They must have gotten a pigeon.
Well, it could be an actor pigeon.
I'm sure that it is, but crazy to do that.
He's probably SAG.
He's probably dead.
Well, he's definitely dead now.
Maybe that was the in memoriam after the episode.
Oh, don't say that.
A pigeon?
Well, it's a real guy.
Okay, we'll cut that.
So that video, I mean, that pigeon exploding into feathers reminded me of this video I saw last week of a turkey flying and then a mountain lion jumps and rips it and just feathers fly into the air.
Have you seen that video? I think it's in the Giants game from a decade or two ago where the pitcher throws the ball and a pigeon flies in front of it.
I think it was like a sparrow, like a finch.
Okay. Anyway,
all right.
I think that'll do it for this episode.
Yes.
Really fun episode. I have a lot of trivia and I have more to give next episode. Next episode is
buddy,
season
we can't
2,
wait.
episode 2. Halloween approximately. Check that out next week wherever you get your podcast.
Yeah, and check out our Catherine Lloyd Burns special episode if you haven't already. We interviewed her, Caroline, if you didn't know, from the show, and she's absolutely fabulous. And we'll put the deets of her play also in the description, so you can check that out.
Definitely. Yeah, check us out on TikTok, Instagram. Yes, no, maybe pod. And yeah,
I love
Mom's
you.
your uncle. I love you too. Was that to me or the audience?
I was looking at the camera. All right. See ya.
Bye. Great episode.
Yeah, it was awesome.
Yes, no, maybe. I don't know. Can you repeat?